What's up everybody, it's Sean here and I'm back today to give you guys a review of the Nigel Sylvester Air Jordan 4 RM SP in this driveway gray colorway. Today's video is brought to you by Quality. Quality is a Montreal-based streetwear brand, and it's a brand that I've personally been wearing for years now. Recently, they just launched their first waves of their fall and winter 2024 line, and I have to say this is probably their best collection that they've ever released so far. So their apparel ranges from statement pieces, as well as your everyday basics, including this varsity v-neck sweater that I'm rocking right now. And as always, their fit and comfort is on point. So I've linked their website, their socials, all that good stuff down below, so check out Quality, see if it fits your personal style, and if it does, make sure to tell them that you heard about them through me. So this right here is the second official colorway of the Air Jordan 4 RM in collaboration with pro BMX biker Nigel Sylvester. So this is a follow-up to the original fence green grandma's driveway colorway, and I believe this driveway gray colorway already released in the States I think sometime back in August, but here in Canada our shipment was delayed and we didn't get ours until earlier this week. So the official colorway for this shoe is anthracite and white, and the price for this shoe is $160 US or $210 here in Canada. So the Air Jordan 4 RM, which stands for Resto Mod, this means restoration modification. It's a completely reworked version of your classic Air Jordan 4 silhouette, most notably lower cut, and the upper has been tweaked, but portions of its design obviously draw inspiration from the classic Air Jordan 4 look. So Jordan Brand has released some GR colorways, but this Nigel Sylvester pair is a bit more elevated in its material quality. And why it's nicknamed Driveway Gray is because that's where Nigel Sylvester developed his love for biking on his grandma's driveway. So this pair pays homage to that. First things first though, here's a quick look at the packaging. So obviously because this is inspired by the Air Jordan 4, the top lid takes your classic Jordan 4 box lid, but instead of Nike Air, we have Bike Air instead. And then on the bottom of the box, this is actually a picture of Nigel Sylvester's grandma's driveway, and has this texturized finish to it, mimicking the feel of stones. Inside the top lid, no, this is not a call out to my last name, this is Nigel Sylvester's slogan, the word go. It also comes with a sticker sheet as well, which is a nice added touch. And then the paper inside the box has an actual image of Nigel Sylvester as a child riding his bike on his grandma's driveway. So jumping into the details of this shoe itself, the majority of the upper of the sneaker is crafted using a very soft dark gray colored leather, and it feels like nubuck to the touch. So surrounding the front toe cap, we have another overlay of this dark gray leather, and we have this small mini swoosh in red embroidered on the lateral side only. So instead of your traditional Jordan 4 lace crown, for the RM version, it's slimmed down significantly, but it's also done in this tonal finish constructed out of TPU. Underneath this, we have more of that same dark gray leather, and then surrounding the top eyelet, again inspired by a traditional Jordan 4, we have another TPU layer here as well. So you can see how this TPU layer runs across the mid panel of the shoe, and then on the bottom it has this crosshatch look to it, which is a nod to the traditional Jordan 4 netting. And then covering the bottom of the shoe, we have more of that very soft dark gray leather. On this TPU overlay, we have this Jordan Brand logo on the lateral side. Instead of Nike Air or the Jumpman logo, we have the words Bike Air instead. And then your traditional Jordan 4 heel tab, this is shrunk down significantly, and it's just here for aesthetics, also done in that same gray colored TPU. For the laces, this pair comes with two different lace options. The standard lace that they come with is a flat style dark gray lace, but they also come with a flat style white colored lace if you want to give the shoe a little bit more pop and a little bit more contrast. Underneath this, the tongue is padded and it's covered in this gray colored mesh, and then on the top of the tongue, we have Bike Air by Jordan embroidered across in this dark gray finish. The back of the tongue and the interior liner, this is covered in a dark gray colored nylon, and the collar of these Jordan 4s is extremely well padded. And then for the insoles, nothing special here. This is just a typical foam line insole. We have Jordan branding pressed onto the heel of the right foot and Nigel Sylvester on the left foot. So the upper of this Air Jordan 4 sits atop this full-length polyurethane foam midsole, which is painted in dark gray on the top and white on the bottom. Encased within the shoe, we have Nike Air technology, and it's visible on the heel done in this red color. And then for the outsole, this is your typical Air Jordan 4 outsole, and in this case, it's done in a mix of white and black rubber. We still have that herringbone style traction pattern that runs from heel to toe, and in the middle we have this bold red colored Nike logo. So that breaks down the look and the construction of this pair. And for those wondering about how these fit, to me I feel like they do run true to size, but they are more on the snug side. My foot measures as a true size 10, slightly on the wider side. I usually wear between a 10 or a 10.5 in a standard Air Jordan 4, and I got this RM version in a size 10. So I don't feel any pain or discomfort on the sides of the shoe. Where I did feel that it was a little bit snug though was around the midfoot area, right below the toes and around the middle portion of my foot. So this middle portion of the shoe, it hugs your foot quite tightly. So it feels very supportive, but if you're someone that likes more of a relaxed feeling sneaker, then I feel like you might feel that these are a little bit too snug for you. The length of the shoe was fine, it was no problems. I'm curious to see how going up to a 10.5 would have fit me, but I suspect it would have been a little bit too long lengthwise. So if you have a narrow, normal, or even a slightly wide foot, true to size should be fine for you, but if you have a really wide foot, or if you have a really high instep or just a really wide midfoot, this shoe might not fit your foot the best. Moving on to the comfort, so honestly, some people were saying that these were much more comfortable than a typical Jordan 4. I actually found them to be more or less the same. The underfoot feeling feels pretty standard, so it's not the most comfortable sneaker out there. There's some level of plushness to it, but in the grand scheme of things, it's still a bit more on the flat and firm side. I wouldn't say that these are a very comfortable sneaker whatsoever. One thing I do like though is this lower cut. I just have more ankle mobility and range of movement, but overall I thought they were okay from a comfort standpoint, nothing really too special. Last but not least, in terms of the quality and craftsmanship, so first off, material quality I was really happy with. This leather that they use, whether it's just normal leather or it's actually a nubuck, this feels super soft and buttery to the touch. So it doesn't have a plastic feel to it whatsoever, which is a refreshing change. The build of the shoe though I thought was for the most part really solid. There were some minor issues with glue stains around the shoe and a couple of areas where I had to trim down the stitching, but for the most part I thought the shoe was pretty well put together and I really have no major complaints about the build whatsoever. So with all of that out of the way now, let's toss these on feet, I'll lace them up and I'll show you guys how these look. I know this Jordan 4 RM is a pretty controversial design. We have some people that absolutely love it, whereas a lot of people absolutely hate it. For me, I wouldn't say that I love the silhouette. Let's be honest, part of the appeal behind the shoe is the fact that it's limited and it's a collaboration with Nigel Sylvester. I do like that it's a bit more of a low-cut sneaker, which makes it a little bit easier to pull off casually. But in terms of the actual design of this shoe, it's really just not speaking to me. Maybe if they didn't call this an Air Jordan 4 RM and just named it something else, I may have been a bit more receptive to it. But for what it is, I just think it's okay. So I would not pay a cent over retail for an Air Jordan 4 RM. This is purely a retail or ideally a under retail pickup if I had any say in it. But kudos to Jordan Brand for trying to give us something different as opposed to just recycling the same silhouettes over and over. So I'm not mad about that whatsoever. So let me know in the comment section down below, what do you guys think about this Nigel Sylvester Air Jordan 4 RM Driveway Gray? Leave your thoughts down below. What do you think of the silhouette and the colorway? And if you guys enjoyed this video, as always, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. You can follow me on Instagram at esco8. Check me out on X at sean.go spelled out, and visit my website at seango.ca. So thanks everyone for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoy this review, and I'll catch all of you in my next video.